Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm over at my herb barrel. I just got done doing Genevieve's basil. It's already in a baggie labeled. And I also got 2 fire ciders done, so I had to cut some of my herbs. But I just think, sorry if you hear the chickens, that just fresh herbs are underrated. I started this years and years and years ago. You know, you go in the supermarket and they have that, I don't know, 2 pieces of sage, 1 piece of rosemary, and something else in it. Back then it was like almost $8, and ever since then I always make it a point to grow a bunch of herbs. So I just harvested a bunch of oregano. I'm leaving a couple long pieces just for fresh eating, but I cut it back. Oregano will always come back. You always have it. This is my celery. I mean, not celery. Oh my goodness, I'm like brain dead today. I've been doing so much. Parsley, flat leaf parsley. There's more basil in here. Lots of thyme. This is like some chives, and I think this might be garlic chives. My rosemary, and I have a rosemary up there that I never got around to planting, so I got to put it somewhere. So I did 1 tray of the basil completely by itself because I didn't want it to give anything else a smell. So this is oregano, this is the curly parsley that I've been cutting off of, more basil, thyme. And thyme's looking pretty bushy. And I need to go out front and check my other oregano. So what I've been trying to do is not mix up a bunch of herbs, because then I have to separate it all. So I may go around and take off all the oregano and all the thyme and put it in a dehydrator. It's like 99.9%. It's going to come back anyway. I did add some more zinnia seeds into there and a couple purple sunflowers. I've just been really busy. I cleaned their run. I cleaned their coop. Forgot to wear a mask. What a rookie mistake that was. So, they're done. I am just going to get dirt when I guess Thomas comes back and fill up the holes they made in the run. But this is an herb video. I love to cook. I love to cook with fresh herbs. I think it's amazing. Sometimes I just feel like you don't really hear a lot of people talk about herbs. It's just so underrated. Herbs are amazing. Like, you can make basil tea. You can get enough basil to have for the entire winter, for spaghetti dishes, homemade gravy, homemade sauce, whatever you want to call it, pizza. Sage goes really good with any type of steak. London broil does really good with, in time, you know, got all the time. Chicken, things like that. So I guess the moral of my story is definitely grow an herb barrel basket. Put it in your garden. I do have some dill that I restarted and some cilantro. But anyway, it'll save you a lot of money, and a lot of the herbs will come back. The thyme will come back. Sage will come back. Rosemary usually always comes back unless we get a fierce winter with ice. It's possible it might take it out. And you may only have to, I mean, I've had a celery survive before, but you'll have to replant basil and probably some curly parsley. But the rest of it will come back time and time again. So this is a good bit. Oh, there's a piece of celery. I keep saying celery. Parsley. I know, you noisy little things. So what I think, well, not what I think, what I have been doing is starting to harvest all the herbs. So let's go over, before I chop any more oregano, let's go over towards the garden and see if I have any extra oregano over there. And I'll try to go outside to see that whiskey barrel and see what that oregano looks like. If there's a lot of oregano, I'm only going to put oregano inside my dehydrator. And I just decided what's easier for me is to do one herb at a time so you don't have to sit there and separate it and give yourself more work and mix the smells. So let's go over and see if there's some more oregano. Okay, I don't know why I thought I had extra oregano over here. Must be all time. I have to harvest this, get some sage. I've already cut that back. You all saw me do that. It got a little crispy from our humidity here. I have to collect some chamomile. There's more thyme. One's lemon thyme and one's German thyme. So I could possibly do thyme. But let's see if I can get out the door with the crazy dogs and be able to get back in and take a look. Oops, silly me. I forgot the bowl with the scissors, and my luck, I'd go out there and there'd be a lot. So let's see if I can get out there to see how that other oregano's doing and see if I can harvest some. Okay, so this kind of got neglected because of all the dirt and the rocks they're dealing with. This is my comfrey, so I'm just going to cut it off. It did go to flower. I'm going to cut that down and let that come back. But the oregano is over there and it's not looking the greatest. But let's climb over all the rocks and see what we can harvest off of here. And here's some more thyme. So I'm going to cut all this down. There's another sage. I'm going to completely cut it down and it'll come back. It's just that it was so hot here and this was kind of neglected out here. So this is now the whiskey barrel. So let me get harvesting all this oregano and I will show you what that looks like when I'm done. Okay, there it is, full bowl. Like I said, it's just been kind of neglected and oregano will take over. So when you chop it down that small or that short like I did, because you know, oregano has a lot of medicinal properties to it. So I didn't want to let it go. Again, I just wanted to chop it all down. It will most likely grow back to get another harvest before the summer's over. But what you want to do is come in and remove some of these dead branches because this oregano has been taking over this pot for the last, I think, this will be the third growing season. I think it was in here. So you just want to clean it up, go around it. I pulled out my medicinal book and I am going to see, besides oregano oil, see what other ways you can use oregano. Wow, my friends, that was a strong piece to try to get home. So, got a pretty big bowl. Wanted to clean this up. This used to be one of my herb barrels. I'm starting to feel like we're getting spit on a little bit. I didn't think it was supposed to rain. And some rocks have been falling in here. So you can just take a rock, rough this up like so. And just pull out any extra oregano that you may have missed. This is thyme, so I'm not going to mess with that right now because I don't have any time. I'm trying to do things a little bit more organized when it comes to the herbs. So this is where the oregano was planted, dead smack in the middle. So here's my other key point. If you have a friend, a neighbor, and somebody wants some oregano, you definitely want to keep it contained. But you can very well go in here and yank out a big root and give it to them and they'll have oregano forever. So I harvested it and I'm just picking off any of the dead. And this should be good. This will most likely come back. And I just roughed up the soil around it because, I mean, have I told you it's been neglected? They've been very busy out here, so I keep forgetting that it's out here. It never got moved. So what I will do next is I will then come out and I will cut back. This should be, oh, it doesn't say. Let me see what I have. This might be lemon thyme, German thyme. Let's see. This is the lemon thyme, and this is the German thyme. So that's fine for now. But share with your neighbors. Do your own research. But it has a lot of medicinal properties in it, and yeah. And this should be a little bit better. And this sage plant is very old. So there you go. That's what that pot looks like now. And I have a full bowl and some in the back. So let me get in the back and let me not leave the scissors out here. And the next thing I'm going to get on the dehydrator is mostly going to be the oregano. So I cleaned it up, I scalped it down, and it'll come back. When it comes back, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what that looks like. But let's go and get this on the dehydrator, or check and see if there's anything else I want to harvest. Oh yeah, I want to cut that comfrey down, so hang tight. The reason why the comfrey looks like this is because it was completely neglected, honestly. So you can use this as a living mulch. You can steep it, like make like a, I don't want to say a slurry, like a tea, probably about 3-4 days, no longer than that, because it will start to stink. And it's a liquid fertilizer. It's also a living mulch. You can cut it back and you can put these leaves around your fruit trees. You can grow comfrey around fruit trees, berries. Take the leaves, put it around your tomato plants. So let me cut this back. Let me see. Okay, this is about the best it's going to be. I took it all the way down and just scraped up the soil. Like I said, this makes great living mulch. Put it around your vegetables, all that jazz. This will come back. I heard chickens like this as well, but I don't know. So I'm going to go throw this, I think, around the cucumbers in the garden that's been giving me some trouble. So that's my video, my friends. I am just going to go in and put all the oregano on the dehydrator because it's starting to rain here. And yeah, grow yourself some herbs. Saves you lots of money in the stores. You won't regret it. It has more flavor. And when it comes to oregano, just do your own research. It has a lot of medicinal purposes. But love you, friends. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.